Hi, my name is Winston and I sing for Parkway Drive. My first impression of Gampel was beautiful. Isn't that what everyone's first impression is? Has to be. This place is stunning. There's a festival in this place that's so beautiful. I couldn't live without, I will say, my wife, my cat, the surf. Very easy. My mother always told me to be kind, which I think is a really good one, because there's too much hate in the world these days. So I'm always thankful for my mum for trying to make me a good person. The first thing I do in the morning is wish I had coffee. And I wish I had coffee until I have coffee. Every morning. My biggest guilty pleasure is, it would have to be surfing too much when I'm at home. It takes a lot to drag me out of the surf, and my wife can testify to that one. So overindulging in the surf is definitely my guilty pleasure. The best thing about being on tour is being able to do what we do. It's pretty crazy to be in a band and be able to travel the world doing what you love and creating something that you're able to perform on a stage in front of so many people every night. There's no way to be able to describe it until you've done it, and every single time we do it we feel very, very lucky. So the whole idea of just being on tour is the best thing about it. That and the food. The worst thing about being on tour, homesickness is the worst thing about being on tour. These days, being in a band, to survive, you have to go on the road because people don't want to buy records anymore. So that means spending a lot of time away from your family and away from, the place you live. But at the same point in time, we get to do what we do. And the other worst thing is probably the smelly feet, because there's a hell of a lot of sweaty feet on the bus. If I could switch with someone for one day, who would it be? I've always been interested in knowing what my cat thinks of me. Because he's pretty lazy and I think his life's pretty good. And I talk to him a lot, and I've always wondered if he actually knows what I'm saying and just chooses to ignore me and is actually the boss of the house, or if he thinks I'm some kind of god that delivers him dinner every single night and gives him hairbrushes. But if I could switch out, it seems like he's had a pretty good life so far. My worst experience on stage. I have walked into the pyro a couple of times and got very, very lucky. But splitting my pants on stage was probably worse. I don't know if anyone noticed, because I think I did a really good job of covering up the fact that my pants had been ripped all the way down to my knees, and luckily I was wearing underwear. But I'll take that over walking into the pyro. The most stupid thing that I bought was, everyone's bought a drone, haven't they? Except I bought a really small one. I bought like the world's smallest drone. I thought that's a really cool idea. It didn't take photos or anything. I just thought you could fly a drone around, and I used that for I think a good 5 minutes, and then my cat smashed it, and I've never played with it since. I can't resist. I can't resist coffee these days. If I don't have it, I turn into a really ugly person. So I'm sure every single person out there that drinks coffee knows exactly what I'm talking about. I hate it when everyone else on the bus doesn't do their dishes and I have to do them for them. I'm spoiled, but I hate doing people's dishes. We're adults, we should be able to figure that one out ourselves. Metal music is my passion and what I care about doing. There's something about playing really, really heavy music that's connected to who I am, and I think it's a really, really amazing outlet, and there's nothing else in the sonic realm that I've found that gives me the same feeling as creating metal or listening to it. I think every type of music has its place, and for me, it served an amazing center point for my life. So yeah, thanks, Metal. And last, I would like to say, or at last, or and last, because that says at. Is this the last question? Oh yes, awesome, it is. Last, I would like to say thank you. It was the next thing on here, but thank you. Thank you to every single person who's ever taken time to listen to us or watch us or say hi or know what we're about, because time is something you never get back, and we appreciate that you'd spend any of us on us. So thank you very much from all at Parkway Drive.